Welcome to day 116 of our BitClout journey. Today's also BitClout Bombshell Day because Diamond Hand just put out a post with a big white paper, I guess you could call it a white paper, talking about NFTs, showing screenshots of the NFT platform on BitClout, and basically putting everything out there as for what the BitClout platform the NFT platform on BitClout will encompass. And it's great. Like I think there's a lot of fireworks, and I think there's a lot of stuff that we were expecting. There's some stuff we weren't expecting, and there's also a few things that we thought would be included that have been left out. So what's your general take on it before I get into talking about what it encompasses?
I'm just really excited. I think that they've met my expectations. I think that they've met the expectations of a lot of artists who want to appear on this platform. I think it's going to take,
but not just artists, right? It's not just
right.
artists.
And I think the biggest thing that I take from all this is that NFTs are coming to BitClout, but really BitClout's coming to NFTs. And BitClout's going to change the whole dialogue around NFTs because it's turning something that's mainly used as a form of art into something that can be used as a sort of social token that can be connected to experiences, connected to all sorts of things. And not to say that that's not already the case, but this is going to take it to a whole nother level because you instantly have a whole social platform connected to your minting of these NFTs. And you also have all of your coin holders, as if you're an NFT artist, who are going to be like a sales team for your NFTs because they're going to make money off of your sales of those NFTs. So I think that it just changes the entire NFT space. And I don't see a reason why you're going to pay $30 or $40 to mint on Ethereum when you can mint on BitClout and have your whole social following see it immediately, as well as all your coin holders promote it immediately. It's just like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, so for those who are watching this video who are not on BitClout and who are NFT artists, on BitClout, it's basically like Twitter, but everybody on the platform has a coin value associated with their username, and anybody else can buy their coin. And when you buy their coin, you get an ownership of their coin, and that coin value goes up as more people buy the coin of a creator. As more people sell it, that coin value goes down. But with NFTs now, if the artist is minting an NFT, they have the ability to give a percentage of royalties to their coin, increasing the value of their coin. So you can invest in an artist now because they're an NFT artist and you know that they're going to be minting NFTs. You know their coin value is probably going to increase. So it allows collectors to invest not just in NFTs, but in the artists themselves. And so that's a whole different dynamic that we haven't seen in the NFT space yet. But I do want to cover a few of the main points of BitClout NFTs. It's coming very soon. The white paper is acting as a way to get feedback from the community. And so I think there's going to be some feedback. I think they'll probably make some changes. And then I can't see this taking more than a week or two to actually launch. So there's no gas fees. There's no fee to mint an NFT. There are fees when you sell it, and that's based on the kilobytes of data in the NFT. But you have to keep in mind that NFTs are very small in BitClout because it's just going to be text. It's going to be the unlockable content and the links to YouTube videos that are on the post. So you're not actually minting content to the blockchain. So the data is going to be very low. And the fee for sales I think the example was a $12,000 sale, and it was for an image NFT, and it cost approximately 0.1 clout, which is about $10 US in service fees for the sale.
Yeah, let me just cut in here. I think that the fact that there's no gas fees, that's changing the entire dynamics. I mean, we minted on Ethereum maybe like 6 months ago, and it cost us nearly $100. And then you have to pay every time you transfer it to someone. So this is going to change everything.
Well,
now,
it's worth noting that there are other platforms like OpenSea who do offer minting without fees now.
But yeah, and you actually do mint it, but the buyer pays that minting fee when they buy it, right? But I think it's also important that we do have to be aware that there could be drawbacks about this. I mean, if there's no minting fees, then there's going to be scammers that are going to come out and they're going to start minting works that aren't their own. So we just got to be vigilant. I think that's important as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, so normally when you mint an NFT on another platform such as OpenSea or Airable, you're going to have the ability to attach a royalty fee to that NFT. So when the NFT sells on a secondary market, say I sell it to Brian and Brian sells it to his friend, the artist can recoup a royalty fee on that secondary sale. And most of the time artists put this at between 10 and 15%, I found. So on BitClout, you have that option as well. It's called the creator royalty percentage. And you can add that. So every secondary sale, you're going to collect that as an artist.
Not secondary, but tertiary, fourth sale, fifth sale. So if you mint something and it's sold 10 times, you're going to collect a royalty all those times.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And there's also the option to anoint a coin holder royalty fee, which is unlike anything we've seen ever before. And that coin holder royalty fee means that if you set it at 10%, 10% of that sale is going to go back into the artist's coin. So the people who own that artist's coin are going to reap the benefits of it. Because that coin value goes up, they own the coin, so the value of their portfolio is going to go up. And the value of their holdings in that artist will go up. So it's a great way for artists to build up their coin value, and it's a great way for collectors to buy artists knowing that their coin value is going to go up over time, not just for the first sale, but the second, third, fourth sale, like Brian said, of every individual piece that they mint. So we have that, and so that's something that's completely unique.
Can I ask you something? You said that it goes back to the coin. Do we know that they're not actually paying a dividend? Or does it say in the GitHub?
It doesn't specify exactly, but I do believe it goes back into the coin rather than the dividend. I think there's too many legalities with the dividend. So every NFT starts on BitClout as a post, and every BitClout post can be minted as an NFT. So traditionally, you're used to seeing NFTs being, either a piece of digital art or a piece of music. On BitClout, any post that you make, you can mint that as an NFT. Now, you might want to make a post with an image in it, and then you can have unlockable content for the high resolution version of that image, or you might want to have a video and you can have unlockable content being the high resolution version of that video. So you can also just I could say, I'm getting breakfast. Just make a post on BitClout, turn it into an NFT and sell it. I mean, whether somebody's going to buy that or not.
Maybe an Elon Musk post that says I'm getting breakfast might actually fetch some money. If we made a post that we're getting breakfast, probably not. Maybe if we said we're eating bacon, maybe you'll get a couple bucks, but other than that, I don't think it would. But I think the key is that text posts can be actually minted as NFTs. So if you have like a musician, maybe they're going to drop the lyrics to their new song in text and mint it as an NFT, and that'll be a collectible item, or there's so many different.
Well, so here's the thing: Doesnt gave a lot of examples. Say we wanted to hold a dinner at our private home, and we wanted to invite 3 people. We could mint an NFT saying, "We are minting this as an NFT, and it is your pass to a private dinner at our home." Mint that, take bids for it, and say we get 10 bids. The top 3 bids are $175 and $50. Then we can then accept those bids and be like, okay, these are the people that get this NFT. And on January 5th, 2022, we're having a private dinner at our home. You are invited. And that NFT could be resold. And somebody could sell that NFT to someone else, and that person would take over that invite. So it's interesting that there's so many different things that they could be utilized for. If you're a luxury watch designer, this isn't a luxury watch, it's an Apple Watch. You could sell your watches on BitClout and issue an NFT that goes with every watch you sell, and that NFT is stored in the profile of the person who buys it. And everybody's going to have a list of all their NFTs, and anybody can see a list of anybody else's NFTs, so you can kind of see what these people own, which is going to be really cool. So
and Diamond Hands uses like the word flexing. Like a lot of people are probably going to use this to show off stuff that they're buying, like whether it's like a luxury watch, a car, or an artistic form of expression as an NFT. I think that that's going to be a key here as well. Now, I'm not really all about flexing, but some people are, and well, maybe that type of flexing. But I think that it's just going to give people an added incentive to want to have one of these NFTs in their profile.
Say you are a musician and you're holding a concert. You can issue your tickets as NFTs. You know, you can issue those as NFTs, and they become a flex. I was at this concert, and they also become a collectible. You know, like
Plus, it gives the musician an added stream of revenue, because if anybody ever sells those as a collectible, they're taking in additional capital via that royalty for eternity.
Maybe the musician wants to give everybody who attends their concert an NFT or something. You know, like there's so many different ways to do this, and I'm sure people are going to come up with ideas that we can't even fathom right now. So it's not just for artists; it's for everybody. So creators and sellers of the NFT choose who win the auction. So if I mint an NFT, and it has to go up for auction. So that's something that's kind of unique. You can't, as of it stands right now, you can't mint an NFT and just hold it. It automatically goes to auction. You type in the minimum bid, you type in the royalty percentage, and it goes to auction. However, you do not have to accept any bid if you don't want to. So you don't actually have to sell it. But you also don't have to accept the highest bid. You could accept the bid in the middle. So say you're an artist, or say, let's go back to the dinner example. We're going to have a dinner party, and we're going to invite 10 guests, and the 10 guests who buy the NFT attend our dinner. But say there's somebody who bids on our auction, and we don't want him at our dinner. Like say it's, I don't know, I don't want to name anyone. Say it's Elon Musk. No, I didn't invite him to our dinner. But say it's somebody we don't want to invite to our dinner. We don't have to accept that bid. We could accept somebody who's underneath them, or the top. We could do that. We could do 8 of the top 10, and then do somebody who's underneath Elon Musk and somebody under him as well. So it's up to the seller. Like you're not stuck in a situation where you have to sell your NFT to anyone. All NFTs are in auction format as of now. So you can't say, I'm selling this NFT, it's $200. I have 5 of it. So technically you could, because you just sell to the first 10 people who place a bid for $200. But it's still going to be in that auction format where you take bids. So it's going to be interesting to see how artists utilize that as well. Now, users are also going to be able to pin their NFTs to their profile page, which I think is a really good idea. I think this also makes us believe that pin posts in general are a feature that's going to be coming very soon, probably along with the NFT launch, if not right before it. So that's a good thing, because I think people are going to want to be able to show off their NFTs that they purchase, and also show off NFTs that they have for sale. There will be an NFT showcase curated by BitClout every week. They're going to basically pick out NFTs and have a showcase, and these NFTs are going to drop in that showcase, which I think is a really cool idea. But with that said, that doesn't mean you can't still mint your NFT and promote it to your followers, or promote it under a promotion service.
And what this is going to do, it's going to probably spawn the development of a lot of new nodes that are based around NFTs, and they too can curate their own group of NFTs, just like BitClout.com will. And additionally, as an artist, if you want to create your own node and make it just curate your own work and then promote that node to people, then you're going to be able to do that. So I think this is going to spawn a lot of new nodes popping up, both from artists as well as curators who maybe want to use the platform to even promote some of the works that they own. So I think there's so many ways this can go, but this is really going to open things up.
Yes, so nodes have the ability to create drops as well. So working with artists, or if you're the artist running your own node, you can say, I'm going to have a drop at 12 p.m. on this Saturday. And at 12 p.m., it would automatically drop on your node, and also be in the blockchain for BitClout as well. But could be showcased on your node. And people, like say I'm a famous artist and I create my own node to sell my NFTs. I could set it to drop at a certain time, a certain date, so that people know to come to my website and, you know, start bidding as soon as that drops. Which,
So like one example I can think of is Audio Node, which Thor Torrens and some other people are running that, and they're basically onboarding musicians to BitClout and then having big, I guess you could say, drops for their creator coin. But this kind of, they can now actually have drops for new pieces of music that they might mint as an NFT and then feature that drop on their page as a node. So I think it's just another awesome feature.
Yeah, and finally, I think another important point that Diamond Hands mentioned was that OpenSea and Rarible, the two well-known NFT platforms out there right now, feasibly could integrate BitClout NFTs as a source for their inventory. So if you go to OpenSea today, you see NFTs not just minted on OpenSea, but you can also see NFTs minted on some other platforms, including Rarible. So it's probably going to be expected that BitClout NFTs will make their way to OpenSea and perhaps even Rarible and other NFT platforms as well, which is going to kind of give a boost in promotion to BitClout itself. So that's exciting as well.
It's interesting that OpenSea created an account on BitClout probably about 2 months ago. So I think they're probably planning to do something, or at least we hope they are.
Yeah. So what doesn't BitClout NFTs do? What doesn't it do, and what have been some of the features that have been left out that perhaps we thought would be included? And the fact that they're not included now in the white paper released by Diamond Hands doesn't mean they won't be when NFTs launch on BitClout. They are taking suggestions from the developer community via their CIPs or CIPs, CIPS. Okay, so number one, there's no transfers. So if I'm in an NFT, I can't just transfer it directly to my coin holders. I can't just directly transfer it to, you know, if I want to transfer it to another person, Pamela Anderson on the platform, I want to give her my NFT, I can't do that. So the only workaround right now would be to put it up for auction and have the person you want to give it to bid a very, very small amount, like sub a penny probably, and then choose that bid to win your auction, and then you can kind of transfer it that way. Also, there's no ability to burn NFTs, which means destroy an NFT once it's created. And I think that's something that's definitely important and definitely is needed, because we will see artists make mistakes in minting their NFT. We will also see, you know, fraudulent NFTs being minted, or NFTs that end up running into legal problems. Like somebody mints an NFT and then another individual says, no, you're using too much of my artwork or too much of my likeness. I'm going to issue a cease and desist, and I want you to take that down. So I think there has to be a way to burn NFTs. And I've seen this suggested to Diamond Hands, and I hope that gets done. If it doesn't get done immediately, I suspect it will be done soon after the launch. And like I said before, there's no minting without selling an NFT. So as soon as you mint it, but I guess I shouldn't say without selling. There's no minting without putting your NFT up for auction. So when you mint your NFT, it goes up for auction. Whether you accept a bid or not is completely up to you. So you don't actually have to sell it. But it does go up for auction, and it remains up for auction until, you know, you decide that you want to accept a bid. So what do you think, Brian? Like, what do you think, or what are your takeaways from NFTs in general on the platform?
Yeah, so I think the main thing people need to realize is that NFTs aren't just for artists. NFTs can be for anybody. I already see a lot of people posting things like, NFTs look awesome, but I'm not an artist. How do I take advantage of this? And I think that there's going to be multiple ways to do that. There's going to be, like I said, you don't have to actually be an artist. And actually, Diamond Hands kind of listed a bunch of ways that you could use an NFT. And many of these are ways you can use them without being an artistic person, like a lot of people in BitClout. So physical memorabilia, the digital collector's room, basically. So if you have memorabilia, say you are just an actor and you have memorabilia you want to tie an NFT to, you can release it this way. There's exclusive experiences. Like Ed said before, what if we had a dinner and we wanted to issue tickets to that dinner via an NFT? Or what if you had some particular talent, like you could juggle really well and you wanted to kind of show off that talent, and you wanted to do so by issuing NFTs as a ticket or as just an unlockable video, you could do that. Collectible ticket stubs, we already talked about that. Exclusive unlockable digital content, any kind of content that you create can be considered an unlockable NFT. This video right here could be considered an unlockable NFT. Exclusive groups, you could issue NFTs to groups of people and then create kind of a club around that, and you need to own that NFT to belong to that group. So maybe we wanted to do lectures on how to sell NFTs on BitClout. And we could do that simply by issuing NFTs, and only those people get to actually experience that lecture. Interactive content, counterfeit-proof Rolexes or Chanel bags like you talk about, digital trading cards, fine art, the future of charity. So you could actually issue NFTs, and in the future, they're going to allow you to tie a percentage of that revenue or all of it to a particular charity on BitClout. So you actually direct all the revenue 100% to a charity, perhaps. And owning a piece of history, a post, our first post could be considered an NFT, and we could mint that.
So there have been a few questions about NFTs on BitClout and some concerns as well. I spoke to one individual who was a little bit of, their question was, you can't embed animated images into your posts. You also you can't put videos in posts. So how do you put an animated image in a post? So number one, you can put videos in posts if you upload it to YouTube or TikTok. Number two, that's the content you're putting in the actual post that you're minting as an NFT is not going to be the NFT itself. You have unlockable content. So I think that's a good place to leave off, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.